Hey, welcome inside this episode of Zipity's Garage. Thanks for pushing that play button. And hey, if you're new here, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Jeff Zipity Doodah, and this YouTube channel is dedicated to fun and games associated with being a Corvette and an automotive enthusiast in general. If you like today's content, please smash that thumbs up button. Also, consider subscribing to the channel, trying to get the channel to grow up to that 10,000 subscriber mark. So if you've watched previous videos on the channel, about a month ago, I sold my C7 Corvette, my 2019 Corvette. That was my daily driver. So I recently changed jobs and I needed something a little bit larger than the Corvette. I absolutely adored and loved the Corvette. It was the best daily driver I've had. It was the longest daily driver that I had ever kept. I had that car just shy of 4 years. I generally put about 25 to 35,000 miles on a car every year. So I tend to go through cars relatively quickly. Every 2 to 3 years, I'll swap them out. And since I sold that daily driver, that began the hunt of a new daily driver. And that's what this video is going to talk about. In that video I did about a month ago talking about selling the Corvette, I talked about what my parameters were for my next car, my next daily. Rule number one, absolutely positively had to be a stick shift automobile. So that takes away about 90 to 95% of the vehicles out on the market today. There's just not a ton of manuals. You can see I have, my save the manuals up here from Car and Driver, and I absolutely, I'm leading with my wallet with that slogan. And one of my recent videos was all about manual transmissions on what's in stock over at Auto Direct Corvettes. Go check out that video. I could put a link and so forth down here. But that focused in on only manual transmission Corvettes that are currently for sale over at Auto Direct Corvettes in Edgewater Park, New Jersey. So with that being said, I kind of had a short list of what I was looking for. I'm not a huge SUV guy. So the Jeeps and the Ford Broncos both come with manuals, but they were kind of, again, SUV, so really didn't want to go that route. But I do like the flexibility of the SUV with that rear hatchback. So thinking a hatchback over a sedan would be better used for me for what I need for a daily driver and how I use it at work. So a hatchback is kind of the leading contender, and there's not a ton of hatchbacks out there. So you've got the Volkswagen GTI and Golf R, you've got the previous generation Honda Civic and with a stick shift, and the previous generation Subarus, the WRXs and so forth. So there's not a ton out there. And speaking of the Volkswagen GTI, a quick shout out to the YouTube channel Vets on Vets 757. If you're not familiar with his channel, check it out. He's got over 26,000 subscribers, much larger channel than mine. But he happens to have a C5 Z06, but he also daily drives a manual transmission Volkswagen GTI. And he previously had a Mini Cooper, just like I used to have a JCW Mini Cooper. So thanks to his channel for giving me some insight on what it's like living with the Volkswagen GTI and prompted me to go out and drive one locally. The other parameters, I wanted something that was kind of in the current generation of its model. So I didn't want, the previous generation or the Mark 7 GTI. I'd want a Mark 8. And the other thing was that I wanted to be around the $30,000 price point, and the lights just went out of the garage on me. So let me walk around a little bit, get the motion sensor to come back on. So it knows that I'm out here in the garage, or I can turn on the big light. There we go. So now I got the lights on in the garage. So the $30,000 price point, and like I said, current generation of whatever the automobile is. So that kind of eliminates the Volkswagen Golf R. They're over $30,000. That gets rid of the Honda Civic Type R. Great car. And the Acura Integra Type S. Unbelievable automobile. It's a hatchback and a stick shift. But they're still going for, even used, they're in the low to mid 40s. So a little bit more than I wanted to spend. So the leading contender, the second place finisher, if you will, was the Hyundai Elantra N. And that's a sedan with the trunk. Really cool car. A lot of horsepower for what it does. I think it was 250 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. And then probably the third place finisher was the Volkswagen GTI. A great car, German engineering and so forth, but have to think about longevity, maintenance, things of that nature. So that's why I was a little leery on the German car. So without any further ado, the car got delivered yesterday, and I got some video here of when the transporter showed up with it. So let's get out in the front yard as opposed to out of the garage and check out what the new daily driver is. Okay, Zipity's garage, and I'm outside of the garage. You can see what's in front of me here is Ferraro Auto Transport. So if you guys are in need of any kind of automotive transporting, connect with these guys. Jay Ferraro, Marie Ferraro, unbelievable people. There's their information, and this beautiful 3500 HD Chevrolet pickup truck with the Duramax and the Allison transmission. This thing just came from Florida to pick up my new daily driver. Now, I haven't even seen the car yet. I've obviously seen pictures and video and so forth, but I've yet to lay eyes on the actual car itself. And Jay sent me pictures and talked to me when he picked it up and said the car was absolutely gorgeous and he was excited for me. Now, y'all know I've been looking for a new daily driver, and I've got to get something quote unquote sensible, if you will, where the Corvette really wasn't cutting it for my new job. So with that being said, I did do a little bit of research and so forth on exactly what I wanted to buy. So I'll go into it a little bit here as far as what I was looking for, but I wanted a manual transmission. That was first and foremost. I'm not a huge SUV guy, so the Jeeps and the Ford Broncos were kind of out from that standpoint. My price point, I wanted to stay as close to $30,000 as I could so that I would stay within my budget of my monthly car allowance for my new position at work. And I really, really wanted a hatchback, because a hatchback in my eyes, you know, think about hairstyles, right? A hatchback can be kind of like the mullet of automobiles. You've got business up front, because I will be taking customers and clients out in the car. But then the back, it's all party time. You got the hatchback and so forth, so it acts like an SUV. So this beautiful Edge trailer by Hallmark, the car is coming off the trailer now. What could it be? Looked at the Volkswagen GTIs and the Golf Rs, Honda Civics. I wanted something in the current model year. So coming off the trailer now is a 2025 Acura Integra A-Spec with the technology package. And Jay's giggling as he's driving it. And you notice just the care that he takes. These are his shoes right here. So takes the shoes off before he gets in the car. So
look at this interior.
This is my new daily driver, A-Spec Integra.
Look at this interior.
All the way from Florida. It's a 2025. Jay, you need to put your shoes back on.
I do. I do need to put my shoes back on.
Thank you. Give me some. Give me some.
Look at this thing. This is probably one of the nicest performance sedans that I've ever seen in the last probably 10 years. I mean, this thing is just gorgeous.
Yes.
It's perfection.
Like I
There's
said,
not a mark on this car.
first time I'm looking at it.
And
so
it's sexy and it's beautiful.
And again, it goes with the gray and the red, which is kind of the color that I had on the C7, the color combination. Again, anything that's on there, you know, again, I did see the wheel locks. Again, goofy little things. Like I didn't want a front license plate on the car. Nope. So there's no front tag on it. And like I said, we'll come around in front here.
Look at them.
There's
seats.
Beautiful manual transmission. The Alcantara centers here, the suede, and then
the room in the back
leather bolsters on the back.
Look at the amount of leg room and hip room in the back of this car. I mean, it's just stunning.
Jay can get in. Now, I jokingly say it's a glorified Honda Civic, but let me tell you, it's a nice glorified Honda Civic. Again, in the current model year, it's a 2025. It's got roughly 13,000 miles on it. And again, the one thing I really, really wanted was the hatchback. So again, not necessarily a trunk, but you've got this full open hatchback here, and then the seats fold down. I did look at a couple sedans, even the Civic sedan, the Hyundai Elantra N. But again, with the seats folded down, you didn't have all this room. You lost it with the trunk would stop about here. So let me know in the comments section below. What do you think of the new daily driver for Zipity's Garage? Okay, one of the really cool things that Jay does with all of his customers and so forth is you get to sign the inside of the trailer.
You got to sign the trailer.
Absolutely.
It's a trailer. This thing is so cool.
I'm going to hand the camera off to Jay while we go inside. And
got to sign the trailer.
And this is a relatively new trailer. Now the lights.
This is a brand new trailer, and we have everybody that wants to sign it with their new Corvette or whatever vehicle. And of course, we have to have Jeff sign his because
you got his 2025 ZR1 signature up there.
This was the gentleman that we brought up to East Rochester. Super nice guy too.
Excellent. So nice and clear here.
Jeff's got a complete canvas of free canvas. Oh, look at that. This makes the whole trailer. Now you've got Zipity. I mean, come on. This makes the whole trailer. And folks, I will tell you that this Integra Spec A is just, it's just beautiful. I've never seen one, and this car is just gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that.
Zipity's garage up
Zipity's garage. Now my trailer is complete. It's complete. Everyone have a safe and blessed Thanksgiving holiday.
That's right, absolutely, everybody. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks so much to Jay, and you know, I trust this guy with everything. And again, got the Zipity's garage up on the Ferraro, the FAT, the Ferraro Auto Transport trailer. So I've always, you know, he shipped cars for me all over the creation with all the Corvettes, and he's, you know, he'll ship an Acura Integra. So
absolutely,
and he's on his way down to get a C3 Corvette now. And he's always moving, which is great. So if anybody's in need of auto transport, these are the guys to get in touch with. Well, here it is all tucked away in the garage. You can see I got the C5 Z06 up top on the lift and the new Daily parked underneath of it. So haven't even really had a chance to take it out much. I got to get it cleaned and so forth and clean it to my level, if you will. But I got some plans for it as far as, you know, not going to go crazy with the modifications, but I am going to do some installations from, let's see, here, Blend Mount is going to do the radar. I'm going to get a Blend Mount radar detector so they can get the radar detector mounted up under the rear view mirror. And then also the folks from Pro Clip USA going to order in a mount for the cell phone so that that's up there as well. But again, I really do like the layout of this. Upgraded stereo, nice Alcantara and suede insert here on the seat, whereas the bolsters are leather, or, you know, a simulated leather, if you will. Not even really sure. But again, really nice car. It's going to do well. It's going to allow me to take clients and coworkers out when I need to. Seating for 4, and then, like I said, it is a hatchback. So you come around to the back here. I got the garage door down, but you give a flip, and the hatchback comes up. So you've got all this space, and these rear seats do fold down, so you can go all the way up to the back of those front seats. So, and again, it's got the all-weather mats included with it as a pre-owned car. Like I said, it's a 2025, so it's the current model year, and it's at just over 13,000 miles on it. So tinted windows already. It's got the splash guards on the side. So again, I think I should do pretty well with this. You know, it's not going to set any land speed records, but also my daughter can take this thing off my hands in a couple years after I put a ton of miles on it. So let me know in the comments section below what you think of the A-Spec. I did go with the same color combination that the C7 was, gray with the red interior, so kind of wanted to stay in that vein. And that's kind of why I had to go to Florida to get this car. I wanted to find it, you know, the mileage, the model year, and the color combination with that manual transmission. So that's kind of why I ended up getting the car out of Florida. So thanks again to Ferraro Auto Transport for getting it up here to New Jersey, safe and sound. And trying to think, it's right before Thanksgiving. So again, like we said in the video earlier, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Please enjoy your holiday. And talking about holiday season, I've got some upcoming video here. We're going to go out and visit the Toys for Tots depot here in Burlington County. So hope to capture some video from that next week. So with that being said, guys, just thanks for watching this quick video from Zipity's Garage. Just wanted to bring you up to date on what the new daily driver was. Thanks, guys.